Hey, gaming community. Welcome back to another episode of Gaming Fun with Hoplite Evolved. My name is Eagle Eye.
And this is Noble. Welcome to the podcast.
So here we are again, and you know how we like to start it. Hot take of the week, or not. You tell us. I'm going to start this one off hot. At least, maybe not that hot. This might be a sizzle. This might be just a little sizzle. Mild. So, Mortal Kombat is better than Street Fighter.
Okay.
Prove me wrong. Oh, wait.
I may have to agree with your hot take on this one.
Oh, that's a first. Everyone, write that down.
We're in January. Street Fighter 2, though, really good.
Street Fighter 2 was really good. By the way, Happy New Year, everyone. We're in the new year now. But yeah, first one of the year, and you agree with me? 2024.
I don't know. We got to start on the right foot.
We're starting on the right foot, everyone. All right, B, what's your hot take of the week?
Mine may also be mild, but I was watching my brother play this game. It was like a game developer simulator and kind of like a tycoon game. So mine tycoon games are just boring.
No, I'd agree with you. I'd agree.
So we agree 2 for 2.
We're 2 for
this week.
Everyone, what is going on? This new year, something's going on.
I don't know. It's just something different.
Like we don't ever agree with each other.
I don't know.
That's weird.
But just for me, they're just good at holding your attention for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but for me, I don't think I've ever finished or got close to finishing a tycoon game because after a while, it only holds me over until the next thing that comes out or whatever.
Same, dude.
And I buy it and I play it for a week and I'm like, I don't want to play.
Same, man. I don't even know if I've ever played one for a week, to be honest with you. They're extremely boring to me.
You have to play with others probably to kind of stay invested. But
right.
Yeah, I was just watching him play and I was like,
me. All right. Well, we're going to move on to gaming news for this week. What's coming out? What's coming in? Nothing great. I mean, I looked up, I don't know if you looked up anything, but there was only 2 halfway looking games that came out this week. My assumption is everything's going to start coming out at the end of March.
Probably.
So far right now, all I saw was Dread Pilots is out on January 1st, so it's out now. And it's for PC. And then Drova Forsaken Kin came out on the 1st for PC as well. That's really it. I think I saw Micro Machines had a game coming out, and I was like, what is that? I loved Micro Machines growing up, but what is that?
I have no idea what that could be.
And then there was another one for Tamagotchi came out with a game too, and I was like, really? Do people still play Tamagotchi? What? That's a thing? You're looking
the little pocket pills?
Yeah, the little pocket thing.
Keychain?
Uh-huh.
Tamagotchi?
Yeah, Tamagotchi. It had Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi.
Same thing. I'm probably saying it wrong too.
Had a freaking game come out. I'm like, what is this?
Holy cow.
So
that's interesting.
All right, moving on. Boom. What we're playing this week. Honestly, I had played some, what was it called? 40K Warhammer Dark Tide. I did play some. It was actually pretty fun for a little bit. I could see it getting boring after a little bit, but it was pretty fun. But I didn't play it this week because of travel. All the holiday stuff going on. We were off for a couple weeks, not podcasting. So I haven't really played anything since, but that should be changing this week. I should be able to get
absolutely.
I've been craving res. I got to get some res in.
Gotta get your res in, man.
Got to get it in, man. So what about you? What you playing, man?
I mean, me kind of the same. Of course, I had to start the new year off playing Halo and doing some multiplayer action.
Yep.
But then, I'd rage quit after a couple games.
How many? 2?
And then,
2 or 3?
Yeah, probably 2 or 3.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Whenever I get close to ranking up and then I lose a game and I'm just back to where I was.
Dang it.
But exactly, probably worse.
Right.
But for me, just playing a little bit Persona 5 Royal, mainly just trying to finish games that I bought previously because I probably should do that. And I've had this game for a while and I like the game. So I just played a little bit of that, trying to get through it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And I remember you saying how much you really like that Persona 5 game, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's really awesome.
Yeah. All right, moving on to one of our favorites. Gas or Trash. Ooh, I know he's excited for this one. All right, we're going to start Gas or Trash with Hearthstone. You go first.
So, I'm going to be honest, I never played this, but I'm going to go Gas.
Okay, even though you never played it. All right. Tell us
To
why,
me, it
if anything.
looks like a pretty cool concept. And I want to say like Madden and like some other sports games try to do like a trading card kind of game. I'm assuming that's basically not trading cards, but there's cards for is it Warcraft?
Yeah, I think is it Warcraft?
WoW or
Nah, I don't think it's quite Warcraft, but it was put on by Blizzard. But it is a card game, yeah.
But I think it's a really cool concept to me. So I just thought, why not gas it?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna guess it. I remember playing it for a little while, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And you can play it for free, but I mean, everything has a pay for win,
Pay to win,
you
kind
know.
of.
So you can get the better cards and get them faster, that kind of thing. Or you can do what I did and just grind and grind and grind to try to get the better cards, and then never get them, but then get lucky once.
So it's kind of like a loot crate kind of system to it.
Yeah, kind of. So you buy packs, or you can buy cards and you win
Okay.
cards, that kind of thing. It's fun. I don't know how it's been recently. I haven't played it in quite a few years, but when I did play it, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Can you trade them at all?
I don't know how to trade, honestly. I don't remember. It's been so long since I played it, but I still gas it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, next, Star Fox. Of course, this is the original on the 64, or at least the first one I remember on the 64. Gas or trash?
I'm gonna go trash. Based on nostalgia,
Not.
I wanted to gas it, but like I don't remember a lot about this game, and I didn't really play it like compared to all the other N64 games and stuff. And I want to say there was a version on the Super Nintendo also.
There,
Or
I
maybe
think
it's-
there is.
Yeah, but
Do a barrel roll.
yeah. I mean, for me, it just wasn't like as compelling. Like Star Fox was cool, but I don't know. There's so many other games I'd rather play.
I'm gassing this one. I'm gonna fix you on this one. I got this. We're gassing it because like you don't trash. Do a barrel roll. I mean, you can type that into Google, and it does something.
Just pops up.
It rolls the screen.
Oh, I never
You,
noticed that.
you
I
did
haven't
not
done that.
know that. Do it. Just go ahead and type it
Yeah, I'm
in.
gonna try it right after this.
Yeah. No, I love this game. It was a lot of fun to play younger. I have not played it because I don't want to ruin my nostalgia in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I got to leave the game where it is, or bad things could happen.
Right.
All
You
right,
change
bud.
your views on.
What about Ninja Gaiden? Gas or trash?
I'm gonna go gas here.
It's a good choice.
So I mean, kind of an older game, but I mean, for the time, I feel like it's a good action game.
yes.
It looked pretty solid, like graphics wise, from the
Mhm.
time period too. Reminded me of the I don't know, those like arcade shooting games.
Kinda. Yeah.
Like the aesthetic and the vibe of it, not necessarily the gameplay, obviously.
Yes.
But it seemed really cool, and I don't know. I just thought it'd be a nice gas there.
It is a good one. And I'm gonna gas it too. This game was so hard, but it's very good. I don't think I've ever beaten it. Never. But I still like to play it. It's good. It's a lot of fun. It's very challenging. Unless you're one of those hardcore gamers that's like, oh, it's not challenging at all. He just doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh Lord, I can't.
Yeah. It for a casual gamer, it's very hard. Say that one too.
That would be me.
That's
I'd
me
probably
too.
rage quit.
Yeah, you would a few times, and then you'd get really far and go, "Why can I not beat this one freaking boss?" And it's because you forgot to carry something over to him, and yeah, it can be frustrating to say the least. Okay,
Okay.
Tom Clancy's The Division, the first one. You go.
Crash.
Yeah.
Almost New Year, new me. We were starting off on the right foot.
No,
But
you're wrong
I
foot.
don't know,
Okay.
man. The Division. I'd rather play Rainbow Six Siege. It's more multiplayer based, anyways.
That's fair.
But,
Did
I
you
mean,
not play the Dark Zone in The Division? No, he says no, bro. No.
I've seen gameplay online. I don't know if it's the first or second one, but
It's in both.
where they're like laying down like in the mud and stuff. Like that's pretty cool. Drug cartels. Is that the second one?
I think so.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Tom Clancy hasn't been my thing for since the beginning of time. It's just not my thing. Sorry.
You and I can't be friends no more. We just can't.
I'm sorry.
I'm gassing it. Now, don't get me wrong. It got boring to play after a while. Like, trust me, it got boring. But
Repetitive.
yeah, well, it didn't really have a competitive play. At least not that I can remember. If people made it competitive, then I don't know how. But the dark side was like the most competitive thing, and that's because basically you're in there, you're looting people, and you could go rogue and then get chased after, and then you would try to extract your stuff, and people would kill you because they're better, and yeah, basically it could be really annoying. That's the meme where you see all the Spider-Mans pointing their guns at each other.
Yeah, like what?
Do what? Yeah, exactly that one. Sorry, I was playing with the camera. Anyway, but yeah, it's just one of those like that's just there's a lot of fun to it, but it is one of those that gets really boring after a while. And then the last one is Redfall. Gas or trash? And there's only one right answer.
I'm going gas.
That's not the right answer, but okay, go for it.
It looked pretty cool, like a zombie kind of arcadey style game.
Vampires, zombies, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't think
Vampires, zombies,
yeah,
kind of dark stuff. I don't know. It seemed pretty cool to me. I remember watching the trailer. Like, was it a year ago? Maybe.
6 months. It came out about 6 months ago.
Okay, I got it.
So you might have seen the trailer a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching the trailer and kind of being like pretty hyped for it. And I want to say we mentioned it in one of our gaming news things.
We did. We did.
But yeah, it seemed really cool and a cool concept, kind of like an arcadey COD type style with vampires and zombies and things like that. I thought it was a great combo.
Yeah. I mean, it looked great, but playing it, I'm trashing it because playing it was just it. It started out fun, and it started out like, oh yeah, this is cool. This is something different. This is something different. And then just something about it just irked me. I remember playing it with Bub, and the thing that irked him, and it was the end of the game for him. He was done. We went on this long mission to go somewhere to do something and save someone or whatever, right? And we do this entire long mission, and we come back, and it was all so that we could get a popcorn making machine. He was done. He was like, I'm done with this game. I can't do this anymore.
That's kind of funny, though. It's kind of like Deadpool kind of style. Right. That's what they were going for.
You go just for that popcorn making machine.
Yeah, that'd probably take me out of it, too, especially if you're going through an entire mission just for that.
Yeah. So, all right, we're moving on to gaming topics of the week. Okay. All right. So I like these ones, man. I don't know what you felt, but I thought they were pretty good.
Oh, absolutely.
So how important are graphics and game aesthetics to you? I'll let you go because I think you got more to say on this one than I do.
Well, not necessarily, but graphics and aesthetics are very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
However, for me, they don't like override the importance of story or like the gameplay itself,
right?
Like the fluidity and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would just be content playing a game with worse graphics if the overall story and gameplay were good enough.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, like some of those indie games may not have like as much of a budget as like a AAA game,
right?
But if they have like a really compelling story, and if it's like smooth gameplay and all that, I'm probably willing to continue it.
Yeah.
I mean, however, great graphics would be the cherry on top for something like that has a great story already, great gameplay,
right?
And as kind of like a side note, just something like aesthetics can also be like the signature of specific franchises, and it can totally mess with a game.
Oh, yeah.
If it's like different from others in that franchise. Like I remember, like Halo 4 and 5 had kind of a decent like aesthetic change, and a lot of the fans didn't seem to like that as much, which is kind of why they went back to the Halo Infinite.
Right, and I think the Halo Death ragdoll effect is very like predominant to the Halo series, right? So, yeah, I could see that. For me, I used to not care about game aesthetics. I really didn't. I was just like, no, I like this game, or no, I don't like this game. But as I've gotten older, I really started looking for it more, and I think that's because I played more single-player games now.
Yeah.
where the main thing I focus on is the story, and what makes it better is if you have a good aesthetic to the game, right? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Resident Evil. So when you have Resident Evil come in, like the aesthetics are so much better now that it makes the game scarier to an extent, right?
More
So
immersive.
yeah, you get more submersed into it based on it now, and it can really mess with you if you get scared over those kinds of things. So for me,
Mhm.
I think that game aesthetics has really become more dominant in my picking of games. So,
Yeah, and to your point, it just kind of popped into my head like, what is one of the main reasons why I'm like upset with Madden or 2K is because they're only updating the roster. They're not updating their graphics or how the
exactly.
players look, things like that.
And how
So
the game
that's a
plays
great
too.
point.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
they're not even updating how the game plays anymore. You remember when they
Mhm.
used to try to make changes every couple years? Now it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like there are. I haven't played a
No.
Madden game in like 3 years.
Yeah.
I just don't. I refuse. It's like Call of Duty. Call of Duty is basically a reskin now, right?
Yep.
They
Literally,
don't change anything,
MW3 is pretty much the same game as MW2,
which is
the
why
new ones.
I didn't
Yeah.
even bother playing it. I didn't pick it up. I didn't play it. I haven't
I
touched
didn't
it.
buy it either.
No. What's the
It's a
point?
good point. Yeah.
If I want to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I'll go play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Like,
Right. Exactly.
so, all right. Next question. Do you have a favorite game developer? No, I don't. I don't. For me, I just basically play what I know I like or what's coming out. Like Assassin's Creed comes out, I'm gonna play it. We're going for
Yep.
it. Uh, Resident Evil comes out, I'm gonna play it. Gears comes out, I'm gonna play it. Any of them my favorite? Nope, not at all. I just like to play what I like to play.
Yep.
I don't care anymore. So what
Yeah.
about you, bud?
Exactly. I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't really have a favorite either. I just, mainly focus on like the developers that are maybe notorious for pushing out bad games. Maybe like Activision, EA,
Right?
sometimes in the past.
Yeah.
So if it's like a game that's not in a franchise that like Assassin's Creed,
Mm-hmm.
um, Resident Evil, all those,
Yeah.
you may be kind of like wary in buying their game. Like, I don't know about this game because so and so is doing it
Yep.
or whatever. So, and then, with each developer, you can almost like expect what kind of game or quality of game they're going to be releasing.
Yep.
For example, you pretty much know what kind of game you're getting in a Rockstar game versus an Activision game, to kind of mention them again.
Yeah.
So the developer is important, but I don't think I necessarily have a favorite.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. And one thing you'll notice is that some developers are really good at some games and some are better at others. Like
Right.
Bethesda. I don't know if I would trust a Bethesda shooter, like
Yeah.
multiplayer shooter game. But
Hmm.
you talk about Bethesda doing an RPG, absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly.
They specialize in different things. All right, and then the last question we have for this week is: how do you feel about online multiplayer gaming culture?
Great question.
Yes. Yes. Yes, we've been waiting for this one. This is the one. You go. You go first.
Okay. All right. So
Here
for
comes
me,
the heat. Go for it.
I'm just gonna say gaming culture can be like pretty toxic overall.
Absolutely.
Um, there's some bright spots here and there, and
Yeah.
some hilarious and fun moments you see on clips, like online or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like with a lot of the competitiveness, ability to hide behind a screen,
Yeah.
people tend to be more toxic towards each other, and like, oh, I beat you, like you suck,
Yeah.
kind of mentality.
Right.
So I think overall it's more toxic than good at the moment.
I agree with you, man. I feel like it's gotten worse over the years. It seemed to me that people don't have to constantly face people anymore, right? And when you can do that, like you said, you can hide behind that screen, hide behind that keyboard, and it's like people have gotten aggressive and pushy towards others online. It's kind of like cyberbullying is everywhere, right?
Mhm.
They constantly berate you. Like I've played games with little 10, 11-year-olds like, "Oh my god, you're so trash. You can't play this game." Like, kid, I work for a living. Like, who cares? It's a game. Like, what?
Right.
Do you get? Sometimes I really wonder, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I seriously wonder if the people that bully online are the people that get bullied in school. You know what I mean? Like,
There's probably a correlation, I would feel.
I would
Yeah.
assume there's a correlation there, right? And I understand the concept of wanting to do that if it doesn't make it right, but I understand why people would want to. But it does feel like these kids just think it's funny and okay to berate people online whenever they're playing a game. And I think it's just something that we need to work towards as a community to help better. Like, don't be okay with your friends doing that, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Because there's no real consequences in the virtual world, so to speak. So,
exactly.
like, unless they get doxxed or something, like, they can pretty much hide behind their screen persona or whoever they're trying to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can be competitive to a certain point, but you got to like draw that line somewhere. Like you should be like berating, harassing, or bullying people.
Right. And there's a time for trash talk, and there's a way to trash talk, you know. And honestly, it's also based on who you're playing with. Like, don't trash talk everybody, but you and I are playing together. I'm going to trash talk with you if we're going against each other because I know you.
For sure.
Right.
Right. It's friendly competition.
Yeah, but then I'm going to call him. I'm going to be like, look, you can't even make a call out, bro. All you doing is running and gunning.
Yeah. And my brother's the worst, too.
Oh, he's...
About that.
Is he pretty bad about trash talking everyone?
No, mainly just me. Like, hey, you should have done this. Like, hey, why did you not shoot this guy? Why aren't you helping?
Yeah. Why didn't you come gun for me, man? I needed you.
Shut up, dude. I'm trying to play.
All right, we're going to move on to our last. I love it. Love it every time. Okay. Who wins in our 1v1 discussion this month? Okay. Liu Kang or Ryu? So, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? Oh.
Goes back to that hot take.
Yeah, they both throw the fireball to an extent. I mean, sort of.
Yeah.
All right, which one you got? Liu Kang or Ryu?
So, kind of going back and forth. I'm going to go with Liu Kang on this one.
All right. Tell me why.
Mainly the reason they're pretty similar in abilities and things like that.
Very similar.
But the main reason I feel like Liu Kang's competition like highly outweighs Ryu's competition.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, this dude's facing people from the outer world or like from a whole different universe. Yeah. The best warriors. He's like won titles in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Ryu fights like other creatures and things and people with like superhuman powers too. But
yeah,
I just feel like Liu Kang has like more at stake. And I don't know. I feel like he's just probably the better martial artist also.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, I was going back and forth on this one. I was like, this is actually a pretty good matchup. Has to be a good one, right? If it weren't for the fact that Liu Kang can turn into a dragon, I would say Ryu. But Liu Kang can turn into a dragon. So like,
yeah, that's kind of OP.
Sorry, bro. You can't win.
Yeah.
You take that out, and I think it's closer to being fair.
I
think Ryu might have a good chance there. But for that reason alone, I would really say Liu Kang. I think ultimately, though, it would be a good fight, especially like putting the two together in each other's worlds. I would love to actually see this fight happen. But I think Liu Kang is the stronger of the two. I think both of them have really good fighting backgrounds and experiences, and they're both great fighters. But when it comes down to it, I think the actual ability comes out of Liu Kang better than it does Ryu. Although Ryu's good. He's very good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, gaming community, that's it for us this week. And we had a lot of fun out here talking. I know he had a lot of fun.
For sure.
So I hope you guys have fun. Get out there, get some games in. If you feel like it, hit us up on any of our social media platforms at Hoplite Evolved. Check out our podcast and our website. So until next time, keep gaming and keep having fun.